Shalom, shalom. Kal halalima Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakak Kodash. Shalom. Shalom Barakar. Just wanted to go into how these Edomites, heathen nations also, but specifically these Edomites, how they, have this image of being so loving and kind towards animals. Okay? And like Eddie Griffin says, you love, a lot of people say that, but I just watched his recent stand-up, and he says, you love, you Edomites, he said, you white people love animals, then you love animals more than you love people. See, these Edomites, what they do is they basically, the way they got Jake captive, and they've got him, there's a phrase they use for captives, captive syndrome, what's it called again? Stockholm syndrome, that's it. Stockholm syndrome. So basically, it's like Stockholm syndrome, where they got these animals captive, and they catch them, treat them like hell, then put them in a position where they can train them, then train them, and then they think that they can be nice to them and, wean them some food and some meat and some water or some milk or whatever, but keep them caged up, right? Obviously they did that to the children of Israel, to the Lord's elect, and they didn't give a shit about them. You think they're going to give a shit about animals, but the way we Israelites are fed up of this damn devil, the animals are showing their true colors as well, which is the right color towards these Edomites. Okay, I just want to play something that Paul Mooney said as well, because Paul Mooney, rest in peace, he knows he's an Israelite now. Where is it? Where is that video? There we go. I'm just going to play this again quickly.
The wild animals are telling us. Wild animals don't like white people.
Check this out.
Look at that polar bear in Europe.
A little bit of humor just to sort of, prior to what I'm going to go into.
Biting that white woman all up in her ass. And she was crazy, jumping in there trying to swim and just bit the shit out of it. The other, the black bear, the brown bear, they're attacking white people. The white people are always teaching wild animal shit. You white folks, stop teaching wild shit. Stop teaching them. No, there was a circus bear in the woods, and some little boy at 15 was riding the bike. The bear jumped on the bike, rode the bike. Then you see the bear on the bike. It's the truth. Another bear, a trained bear, you read about it, for commercials and movies, grabbed a white man and just killed him. They don't like white people because white people are always trying to ride shit. Go to SeaWorld. White folks, stop trying to ride shit. Look at that tiger in Las Vegas. And then Zickfield or whoever they're there. Oh, the tiger was trying to save me. Yeah, for lunch. The mountain lion grabbed that white man, and the white man went out in the backyard. Just ate him up. Telling you wild things. That monkey went wild in New York. They white folks, they get crazy. Look at that tiger in San Francisco. They dug that big hole in the zoo, and the tiger got out, and the white folks were so confused about it. How did it get out? Did the Mexicans help it out? They were talking crazy. They were throwing rocks at that tiger. They were fucking with that tiger. You can't throw rocks at no big-ass tiger. It got up out of there. And it wasn't a crazy tiger. It ran by 20 people to get the 3 people that were fucking with it. It mauled 2, ate 1. And you better believe the one that ate was the one throwing the goddamn rocks. Should have gave that tiger a Purple Heart. Killed it for being a tiger. I'm telling you, it's the end. It's the end of the world. It's so sad.
Well, he's right. I don't know how old this is. I'm assuming probably about what 2009, 2010. So, where's that video? Yeah, I was trying to go into a couple of vids. Let's check this one out. Okay. Slap it. The Ecclesiasticus 39:28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. You know? You can't poke fun at the animals, man. These animals, if you look at them, a beautiful lion, a beautiful tiger, they're beautiful to look at, man. You know, but you stay far away from them and you leave them be. But you know how Esau is. Can the so-called white man leave anybody alone? Do they leave anybody alone? They have a go at Jake. These ninjas are attacking us and they hate us so much. Why should anybody love you? Why should anybody love you? The small hatters, the Amalekite Edomites, won't even buy a damn German car, let alone give their daughter to a Temanite, Edomite German. They're the same people, basically, right? They won't even give it to them because of the so-called Holocaust that happened in the 40s, which is some bullshit. But we're supposed to love our enemy? Get the fuck out of here, man. And the only enemy we're supposed to love, according to the scriptures, is our own brother. That's an Israelite. That's an Israelite. That's an Israelite. Not no damn heathen. Okay? And these animals are fed up of you, man. These animals are fed up of Esau. The trees and flowers are fed up of Esau. These damn devils are chopping down trees and beautiful rainforests, man, with exotic flowers and beautiful clean water, rivers flowing through, Barazal, which is Brazil. Places like that. And other beautiful green havens, man. You know? Like Elder Apostle Ramlab said, now this part of this earth, Esau ain't touched. Right? Where if you go there, you could probably knock maybe 5-10 years off your age, man. You know? Any wrinkles, any bags you have under your eyes will probably disappear. You know? But this damn devil has contaminated everything, man, from every aspect of life, from the air to the food, to the beautiful animals, to the exotic flowers, to splicing and dicing everything. Hell, even to the so-called human, man. You got these weird flip-flops walking around. And you know Yahweh Hashem Mashai going to put in the work right now, man. Really just going to get down right now. You can feel it in the spirit, man. And you damn devils deserve it. You make me sick, man. Every time I look at you MFers, man, on the train or the bus, or if I'm just driving by, just looking at you devils, man, irks me, man. It's like a slave on the loose, isn't it? I'll put a chain around your damn neck, devil. Okay, let's go to, which one should we go to? Let's see. Okay, let's check this one out. I don't know if I can put the sound on this one or not. Fair use, fair use. This is USA Today. It's just news. Okay, I'm not saying nothing that is not already on the news. Okay, if you American Edomites in America, whoever YouTube is, can understand English. Okay, all right. And English was created by the Israelites. You damn devils couldn't even speak before. So this is an Israelite speaking correct English. All right. So you crackers in America, leave me be. And let me play this. And then this Edomite's called Jacob Coon. And there's a raccoon attacking that 5-year-old. I mean, she's a 5-year-old girl, you know. From a Jake point of view, because we're such merciful people as a child, right? We see that as a child. But the Lord doesn't see her as a child, man. The Lord doesn't see when you see a pretty girl get mauled or shot, you know, or hit by a car or a bus, or cut asunder. The Lord doesn't see, she's a pretty girl, I'm not going to do that. No, the Lord just sees a soul and spirit, man, you know, and lets these things happen. Okay? Okay? Because the Lord, as the scriptures say, man, the Lord's ways are not our ways, man, you know. We're talking about the supreme power of heaven and earth, all right? You better, you people that, that have got that Edomite mindset that God is just some, entity, and you can just do what you want and, say what you want to him, and, like that weirdo Boozy, or any other weirdo that says anything. Boozy's an Israelite, so he should be opening his mouth like that anyway. But you heathens that open your mouth against the Lord, you're gonna get it, man. All right. And those that, like the scripture says, you touch the Lord's apple of the Lord's eye, man. The Lord's gonna, we don't know what she did in the previous generation. We don't know what she did. Okay, now this is just the start of it. She's a 5-year-old born in this era. You think she's gonna grow up to have be Miss Daisy, like driving Miss Daisy, that movie with Morgan Freeman was driving that cracker woman, that Edomite woman, where she grew up in in the South in a lovely home and all that kind of thing, and then had children, and then her husband passed away. She still had wealth, and she had a driver and a cook and all that, and they were all Israelites. It ain't gonna happen to her. This is over for you Edomites, man. You guys are in debt. You're miserable. You have nothing to look forward to. Your 9 to 5 that you do have is it for you. Do you understand? So lucky I'm all over the place, but sometimes you need to have a little rant and let it out as well, because how you feel about these damn devils, man. And when you see beautiful things like that happen, it brings glee in your heart, man. And this is a start for you Edomites, okay? Your white picket fences and your big American homes, or even around here in Europe too, yeah, and around the world. Your lovely homes and that, your 4x4s. You're not gonna have none of that no more, man. Just watch. Everything's gonna start collapsing around you like a house of cards. All right, you Edomites are going into slavery, man. And this is the start. The Lord is just jabbing you right now. The Lord just jabbed this 5-year-old little rat. Okay, it's gonna get worse for you devils. I won't even let go of her. Oh, she's not getting over it. Oh, she threw it. I thought it was stuck on her hand. Check this one out. And you may remember, right? I remember like growing up. I remember in the 80s as a child. Before we with the tube televisions. Those that remember, there was a movie, man. I think it was made in 78 or 79, called A Swarm or something. And I remember watching it as a child, and there was like these people trying to escape these, and all Edomites, by the way, in the movie. They were trying to escape a swarm of bees, and they would hide under dustbins and shit like that, man. It was a crazy movie. And there were many movies like that, like The Swarm, and there was one called Alligator as well, where they show an Edomite flush away 2 small baby alligators down the toilet. And these alligators went into what do you call them? The drains, yeah, the huge drains. Under the sort of under the city of New York, I believe it was New York, right? And they grew to be huge, like gigantic or whatever. I don't know, or just your standard size alligators, and they were just mauling and eating people, man. So these animals, man, have souls too. They may not go in front of the Lord, but the Lord controls them. They stay on the earth and they come back again and again and again. Okay, they have spirits in them too, man, and they're fed up. Okay, they are fed up of you demons, man. You notice the connection between the fact that these animals are mainly attacking Edomites. All right, and if they do attack an Israelite, okay, or what looks to be an Israelite, that could be an Edomite too, or another nation, or it just could be a wicked 2/3. But for 99.9% of the time, it's Edomites being attacked. Okay, let's check this one. This one's 1 day ago.
A woman is now recovering after she was attacked by hundreds of bees at her home in Murrieta yesterday. KHLA5 Shelby Nelson joins us live at the scene where she spoke to witnesses. Hi, Shelby. What happened? Hi, Sam and Court. Yeah, this poor lady really had nowhere to go. She was surrounded by bees, as you're about to see in that video. But thankfully, neighbors heard something. They saw something. They tried coming out to help her. They called 911, potentially saving her life.
And she staggered to where her car is. She fell to the ground. The bees just were relentless, and they were attacking her. They were attacking everyone that was in the neighborhood.
A life or death encounter with bees, and lots of them. Video shows this Murrieta resident, who neighbors identify as Linda, aimlessly fighting them off, but getting nowhere.
She was sick.
You notice the fact that they're just flying around her, man, flying around her. Just go back 40 years, bruv. Go to these old 1950s movies, man. You know, with Kirk Douglas and all that kind of shit in it. You know, all these kind of characters, these actors. Go back to these 50 movies set in the 50s, man. You know, with the woman wearing the dress in the 50s, or whatever you call them, those big flared out dresses. You know, with their hair down and everything, walking around the kitchen with their new items and utensils and gadgets and things like that. You know, just imagine all that. Okay, to this. This is what an Edomite woman is today. Look at that, wearing jeans, walking around like she's a zombie being attacked by. This is the end, man. And this is, if you think about it, it's a short period of time. What's the 50s? What? About 50, 60, 70 years ago. You know? Yeah. No more driving Miss Daisy. Look at that.
Sitting on the curb, she was about ready to go to the ground. The bees were just relentless in attacking her. There must have been a swarm.
Yeah, ain't that standard, isn't it? An Edomite called Chuck, who's a neighbor, doing his gardening and all that kind of thing. But people like this are usually I'm gonna leave that one alone. Are the biggest moles as well. And weirdos.
Neighbor Chuck, who only wants to be identified by his first name, says he arrived home and just seconds after, another neighbor yells to him that Linda is being attacked. She was fully covered.
Esau better check that old Edomite's computer, man. You know what's going to be on there, innit? Involving underage adults. And usually males, because that's what an Edomite is, isn't it? Or one of them moles. Or chomos, what they call them.
From probably the waist up. I ran over there. I tried to help her with trying to spray her with the hose, but they started attacking me, and so I ran into the neighbor's garage, and then I ran back out to get my phone, and then that's when I dialed 911.
Marietta Fire and Rescue responding to the call at around 2 p.m. Wednesday at the 23,000 block of Spring Branch Court. Video shows the chaotic scene. Crews dousing the home and concentrated areas with water and foam. How many bees?
That's a beautiful neighborhood. That's a lovely neighborhood. How many Jakes get to live in a nice neighborhood like that, man? Have you seen Philadelphia? Have you seen Kensington? Have you seen parts of South London, East London, West London? Have you seen Philadelphia, New York, the hoods, the projects where Jake is still there, even though it's being gentrified. Gentrification is happening everywhere. But look at this. This is how these Edomites live, man. And I guarantee you, there won't be many Jake families there. And if they are, there'll probably be like the odd anomaly there, And that Jake will probably be, probably a lawyer or something, a doctor. And even then, that Jake will probably get help,
Do you think we're here in total?
If I were to estimate or approximately, I would say anywhere between these colonies, 100,000 bees.
Chris Mass's crew with bee removal pros was also called out. His team observed.
I would say 2, potentially 3 colonies. And they would be separate with separate queens, so separate establishments.
And those colonies were found in the walls of the home, a problem neighbors say has been going on for years at that location, with many people getting stung even before this encounter. But they say the woman who lives there is elderly and hasn't had them removed. Ultimately, she and one other firefighter were taken to a hospital for treatment. And neighbors tell me that Linda checked herself out of the hospital last night after.
All right, let's go to another one. I'm sure you guys have seen this one as well. I believe it was in the 70s. But let's go. Lion, Moors, British Wildlife Park, and South Africa. Yeah, let's go to this one. This is 5 years ago, but still, it still counts because remember we're at the end. And 5 years ago was still the end times, and now we're at the end times. Okay, so this is a build-up of frustration, and it's gonna get worse, man. Could you just wait till hell breaks loose, and these zoos pop open? Okay. Like the scripture says, animals will change their places. That's why you see a lot of foxes in UK gardens. You see a lot of foxes mourning little babies in the UK. You see a lot of lions and tigers, popping up in weird parts of London. Like that movie I Am Legend. Did you see a lion roaming through New York? You think these zoos are going to stay enclosed? Some of them probably will, and the animals will die. But then a lot of you weirdos that are cannibals or whatever will probably, will eat any meat that's there as well. You might even eat a lion, or a fox as meat, or a cat or a dog. It's going to come to that, And some of these animals are going to come out, and they're going to remember, you people that disrespected them, that hurt them, Hell, they might even show up at some of these people's homes, man, that caught them originally, wherever they got them from, whether it be it from South America, which is Latin America, and brought them to mainland America, or took them from parts of the land of Ham, the various countries within Africa alone, you know. And Lion Moore's British wildlife park owner in South Africa. South Africa's full of Edomites, and they've been putting hell on Jake. Mainly, there's a lot of Jake in South Africa. Don't get it twisted. There's Ham there too. They're fed up too. But Jake, because of the curses, gets it the worst. All right. Let's check this out. Look at this. Look at the way Esau is. Look at that. Thinks he knows something. Look at that. And what's the symbol of Yahushua, man? The lion, isn't it? The lion of Judah. The lion is fed up. That's a male lion. You see the fro? See the whiskers? Yeah? Lions are fed up, man. Look at the damn devil he's dragging. You think this devil is innocent? All right? Let's go see an old, frail Edomite, man. He don't innocent, man. Like the scriptures say, whoever perisheth being innocent. I don't know whether this Edomite perished or not. Right? I don't really care. But at the end of the day, you Edomites are going to get your just dues, and you heathen nations too, all right? As well as you 2/3 that love this world.
He's gonna go.
Let's go there again. That was pleasurable to watch. Let's go back. Let's go back again. Go back again. Mike Hodge. Oh yeah, just one more thing as well. Add about South Africa. A lot of you Edomites from the UK went to South Africa when the influx of West Indians and East Indians and other nations that came to this country. When we came over here, a lot of you Edomites didn't like the fact that we were holding up the economy because we did the jobs that you MFers didn't want to do, right? And obviously with the racism, the hatred towards us, the fact that you destroy every part of the world and we come over here because you destroyed our so-called natural countries that we're from, then we're over here doing well, but you gave us hell over here. Then you thought, okay, let me go to South Africa, but you hate niggers so much or people of color so much, but then you go to South Africa to live. Why? Because you went there during apartheid, all right? And there's still towns in South Africa where they create towns and they create their own currencies where they want to live alone and away from everybody. And rightfully so, because we don't want to be around you damn devils anyway. But I'm just saying, he went there because of the apartheid. All right, and now he's a wildlife park owner. All right, so a lot of you Edomites from the UK did that as well, because predominantly most of the Edomites in South Africa are Dutch and German and Amalekites and all that kind of thing. Let's go there again a second.
Is anybody getting a rifle? Just in case.
Please, someone.
And these animals are gonna change their places as well, man. Like I mentioned earlier, when all hell breaks loose, I'm just gonna find a scripture to that. 2 Ezra 5 and 8. 2 Ezra 5 and 8. There shall be confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be oft sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters. So it's going to be a combination of 2/3 Jake. They're going to be those gremlins or GMO babies, as Elder Apostle Rakaya Allah would call them. He coined that phrase beautifully. Yeah, they're going to be getting down. All right, and then on the flip side, you're going to have, they're going to be doing some putting Edomites, taking, grabbing up women, taking Edomites out and other nations, and over, Jake going against Jake as well, and also you're going to have a lot of wild beasts that are going to be released from these zoos, and a lot of these Edomites have exotic animals in their homes as well, like in places like Miami or California. These millionaires and billionaires, they're going to escape too, and they're going to get down, man. They are going to get down. All right. 2 Ezra 5 and 8 again. There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be off sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters. Man, there are monsters. Didn't that mother and son, put a Jake to death and get away with it? Now, had that been an Edomite, all right, that mother and son would have been under the jail. Okay, the way the judge and this jury and this Edomite see it is this is one less ninja to worry about. Really, but you Edomites created the ninja, though. All right, that's your doing. That's your doing. Okay, watch that one. Let's go to here. This is the one I wanted. And for example, I even touched on. I think this is the right scripture. I hope it is, because like the one with the trees, where, like, for example, you see in cartoons where the trees are, the birds are tweeting, and the trees are sort of swaying and happy and stuff like that, because they're out, they're basically praising the Lord, because they're basically saying that we're not under this a certain person's rulership anymore, or Edomite rulership. But how they show in cartoons when you were as a child. They show the trees and swaying, and the birds singing, and the flower, and the birds tweeting and all that kind of thing. Because Esau has destroyed the world, destroyed the rainforests and the greenery. I just want to see if is this the one. Here we go. Yeah, 1 Chronicles 16:33. Because once Esau is put into slavery, man, from every aspect of life, man, the birds, bees, the animals, even the animals are going to not be carnivores or meat eaters no more, man. You're not going to have to worry about going in front of a lion in the kingdom. We're going to be playing with lions, man. We're going to be playing with beautiful little lion cubs, man. Our children are going to be playing with them, And how cute are lion cubs when you see them born? They're beautiful, man. Little lion, tiger cubs, They're gorgeous, man. They'll be, our children will be playing with them, Lord willing, Every aspect, even, will be, every aspect of life will be happy. And, like in 1 Chronicles 16:33 says, man, then shall the trees of the woods sing out at the presence of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, because he cometh to judge the earth, man. All right? So basically, when the Lord comes, like even the trees are going to be happy, man, because they know spiritually, because everything has a spirit, because they're all made of the elements, aren't they, which Yahweh Hashem Yahshai has created. And they're even crying out to the Lord, man. They'll be happy when the Lord returns, knowing that, you know what, even if we have to perish right now and all this part of the world gets hit with nukes, it doesn't matter, because we'll come back again, and we're going to be flourishing, in different parts of the world, They know that, but they're just going to be happy that they're not going to be under this Edomite rulership, 1 Chronicles 16:33 again. Then shall the trees of the wood sing out at the presence of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, because he cometh to judge the earth. All right, because what do we look for, man? We look for, like, for example, like these Edomites, this is all they have, man. That 9 to 5 they got, if they're a CEO or an MD or a doctor, and and they're banging their secretary or whatever, freaking off with her, while having a couple of concubines, on the side, or women on the side, as well as their wife, and probably a man as well, because they're a bunch of weirdos, This is it for them, this is it for them. This is all they got to look forward to. That's why they're on dope and drugs, having nightmares, because, they see the men of the Lord teaching on the street, and they've had dreams of the men of the Lord whipping their ass in the kingdom, being 9-10 feet tall, swole with spiritual power, whipping them. That's why they're having nightmares. The elites are having nightmares of this. Okay? The so-called Edomite elites, they're having nightmares, but they pretend to put on a front. Look at that faggot, what's his name? Prince Charles or King Charles. He ain't no king. You think, does he look like a king to you? You can tell by looking at him that he's perplexed. He's stressed out. He's worried because he knows what time it is, man. He knows that we've got to get rid of these Israelites, otherwise we're going to go into slavery. And they know that after that, they're not going to ever rule again. It's not like they're going to do 1,000 years of hardcore slavery. Oh, and then lo and behold, the Edomites are going to be back in power. No, it's going to be Obadiah 1:18, where they're going to be burnt up with fire. And there ain't going to be no Edomite existing ever again, man. No more demonic, leprous flesh to look at, that pigskin, you know? No more yellow hair, you know? No more that hot dog water smell coming from these devils, man. You know? The smell of sulfur, you know? And the unhygienic disgustingness and the evil ways and their foul ways where they look at children or animals, you know? None of that to deal with in the evil nature. It won't exist anymore, man. Evil is going to be thrown out of the earth very soon, Lord willing, man. You know, but for us, Israelites, hopeful elect, wherever you are on the planet, no matter how large or small your portion is, in this beautiful, 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 as Elder Apostle Gabar would say, a thing of ours, okay? All right? We have a lot to look forward to. The best is yet to come. And every day you wake up and you know that, okay, that's around the corner. So you just keep going, getting through each day. You know, you wake up out of bed. Sometimes it's a chore to get out of bed. Sometimes it's a chore to work out or get in the shower. But you push yourself through it. Why? Because you know if you don't do it, you're going to feel bummy, right? It's getting to that point. You feel tired all the time. Some days you have energy, tons of energy. Sometimes you don't. You know? You know? So we got a lot to look forward to, man. The best is yet to come. 2 Peter 3:13, you know? Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness, man. You know? Where with our King, you know, where with Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, you got Abanoah Yahweh, Lord willing, smiling over us, man. You know, and we got Yahweh Shah, man. We can look up at our King and talk to him, man. You know? You know, maybe, I don't know, this is me speaking as a man, maybe even just touch, you know, his garment, you know, if we're allowed to do so, and just look at him and, you know, I don't know, maybe I'm speaking a little too much, maybe even just embrace him, you know, sometimes you want to do that, you know, you think about that, you know, because, you know, we have so much affection for our King Yahushua, man, you know, and then, you know, you can be with your families, your wives, your children. You can be keeping the law properly. And the law for a lot of us that grew up in completely different cultures around the world, as Israelites, we're going to be in our right mind, man. You know, we're going to have our right look back, you know, our right stature, our right build, everything back, man. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, man. But righteousness as well, where you don't have to fear for your children, calling your son or daughter up. Are you home right now? You know, if they're coming from school, because you hear of the evil things that are going out there. You're constantly worried about your children, you know, because of this evil world, you know. None of that. It will be just righteousness, man. 2 Peter 3:13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. We want that, man. We want that. Lord willing, we'll get that soon. Which one is this? Okay, Isaiah 49:24-26, I'm going to read, okay? Shall the prey be taken from the mighty, or the lawful captive delivered? Verse 25, but thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, even the captives of the mighty shall be taken away, and the prey of the terrible shall be delivered. For I will contend with him that contendeth with thee, and I will save thy children. Verse 26, and I will feed them that oppress thee with their own flesh. And you Edomites are going to get it. Okay? I will feed them that oppress thee with their own flesh. And who's it thee? The Israelites. And they shall be drunken with their own blood, you heathen nations, and you Edomites especially, as with sweet wine. And all flesh shall know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Shemeshai, thy Savior and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. And I hope I got this right. And I will feed them that oppress thee with their own flesh. Okay? and they shall be drunken with their own blood, okay, as with sweet wine, and all flesh shall know that I am the Lord. Okay, yeah. Okay, Lord willing, I got that right. You know, Salaki Akim, if I've got made a mistake, please forgive me. I'm still learning, man. But um, Lord willing, I'll get better. And Esau has put us into captivity, right? From the various captivities we've been in, from the ancient world up until now, and the hell and curses that we catch. And always wondered why we go through what we go through. Like on me, myself, and I. I'm talking about myself. You go through certain things, right? Raising your children on your own. Your woman steps out on you. You're alone for a long time, raising your children, changing nappies, working at the same time, trying to balance everything out. And then you wonder why you went through these things, and the hell that you catch, and then on top of that, our people going into captivity, and then damn Edomites putting the animals into captivity. So therefore, like in the movie The Planet of the Apes, when they had that Edomite little child in a cage, we're gonna put you Edomites in cages, man. You put us into cages. You put our beautiful animals into cages. We're gonna put you in cages, you devil. All right. Revelation 13:10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Okay. Now don't go into the thou shalt not kill. That's thou shalt not murder. Okay. Murder is basically, for example, if you take somebody out, delete somebody because you want their woman, because she's fine or whatever, right? And you want to get her husband out of the way, that's murder. Now, somebody breaking into your home, God forbid, if you're an Israelite, that happens, but somebody breaking into your home, trying to hurt your loved ones or you, and you delete that individual, no, that's a righteous delete. Why? Because they're trying to attack you. What are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to sing lullabies to them, go to sleep, and then let me tie you up and I'll call the police? No, you got to take them out. Okay, so there's a difference between kill and murder. All right. So Revelation 13:10 again. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And who are the saints? The Israelites. And they patiently waiting. Okay? Patiently waiting. Revelation 13:9 and 10. Let me see if I can. Okay, yeah, let's read it again. I just want to add verse 9 into it. Revelation 13:9 and 10. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Okay? All right, because this word is for the men. Hence the reason why man is there. Obviously, man is first, but this applies to the women to listen to as well, that have an understanding. All right? Or are you just going to go to the so-called good parts of the Bible and twist it up and use your own and put your own music to it and think that that's what it means? No. All right? You have to learn from our apostles, teachers, and prophets that will break it down in its supreme form, in the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, man. And those are the men of Great Millstone, apostles on down, to any affiliate camps that teach the same doctrine. All right? Revelation 18:6. And you Edomites and you heathen nations are going to get double, man. The way you rewarded of us, pursuant to Psalms 83, the way you set up traps and 3-strike laws and red tape around us. We try to do right for ourselves, and you destroy us. You destroy our towns when we're trying to just keep away from you, and you won't leave us alone. Rosewood, Black Wall Street, for example. But there were thousands and thousands and thousands of so-called black cities, man. Okay. And I'm sure Northern Kingdom were living amongst them, because Jake is a very natural, loving people, man. If for example, if in a so-called black city, a Judite city, or Israelite city, right? You got a couple of Mexican families there. There ain't gonna be no drama, man. We're talking about like the 1920s and 90s. There ain't gonna be no drama. They're just gonna see, oh, they're Mexican brothers. Jake's gonna be cool with it like that. There ain't gonna issue. All right. That's the Edomite. That's the devil, man. Won't leave nobody alone. Will terrorize you. And then when we get terrorized and we fight back, oh, these niggers are resisting. Oh, they're trying to attack us. Oh, they're hurting us. But you just don't leave us alone. You just got a perpetual hatred for us. Okay, and some of you Edomites didn't even grow up around Jake like that. But you keep throwing the nigger. You hate. Why? Be quiet, because it's a natural hatred. We're going to be warring up until, we get you devils in captivity, and we're going to give you damn devils hell, man. All right? Like Elder Apostle Tar would say, we're going to put our foot sideways up your ass, man. Revelation 18:6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. You're going to get a double portion. Hence the reason why you're going to 1,000 years of slavery, man. And we've been in captivity in this final one for about 500 and some change. Yeah? You're going to get it double. And when we get changed, Lord willing, if you're part of that number, whoever you are on the planet, you're going to have remembrance of your previous slaveries, man. You're going to have remembrance of previous slaveries. Like, for example, if you're in the Elamite captivity, you're going to remember certain people there. I believe a lot of these billionaires, like the Tatars and Tatar family that are billionaires, that had Hillary Clinton at their daughter's wedding in Bombay in India, I think a couple of years ago or something, right? A lot of them were probably previous slave owners in Iran, which is Persia today, and India, right? Because basically they got Persian surnames as well. And a lot of these rich car owners that are billionaires in India, a lot of these Elamites that are billionaires in the Bollywood industry that use Israelite women, that most of the Bollywood actresses and actors, and Israelites use to push their agenda forward. Okay, and don't get it twisted. This agenda that's going on in the West is definitely happening over there as well. Wherever you see success in terms of movies and sports and acting, and wherever you see a lot of comeliness, because collectively our people are quite attractive, our women are fine, man, for real. Even Israelite foreigner women, all right? And that's where you're going to see the talent, all right? All right? And you people have just put hell on us, man, in every single way. Now we're going to put hell on you, man. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. All right, Revelation 18:6. And in every captivity you went in, every incarnation, you're going to remember these faces, man, because these faces are back here today. And that's why there's over 9 billion people on the planet. Because I remember I was watching a Muhammad Ali or Cash, I don't say Muhammad Ali, man. He's a Jake Cassius Clay. We're going to go with Cassius Clay. When he had his an interview in the UK, he said at that time, this is probably like mid-70s, right? He was in the UK here. He said at that time there were 4 billion people on the planet at that time, right? And we've almost gone beyond double, and it's 9 billion now. So all those souls from every captivity, right, that put hell on us, are back here today, man. And we're going to get a chance to F them up, man, Lord willing. All right? So it's coming, man. It is coming. Okay. Obadiah 1:15. For the day of the Lord Yahweh Shemashah is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. Obadiah 1:15. I've been seeing 1:14 a lot, right? And every time I see 1:14, right, I think about Revelation 1:14, Yahweh Shai returning, man. And obviously other spiritual numbers as well. The beautiful spiritual numbers that give you indication that, Lord willing, you're trying to go on the right track, But yeah, man, Esau. So basically, you Edomites and you heathen nations, your time is coming. The animals are tired of you. Nature is tired of you. The Israelites are tired of you. Even the heathen nations that are melanated, around the world, some Elamites, some Japhetic people, some Hamites, some Ammonites, some Moabites. So I've just mentioned East Indians and Polynesians, Samoans, Chinese people, Japanese people, what else? Arab people, Ishmaelites, all right? And Israelite foreigners and Israelites, Ground Zero America and around the world are tired of you, man. Tired of you, all right? Obadiah 1:15 again. And that's why all these things are happening to you, all right? And the climax is going to be nuclear weapons hitting America and destroying America within an hour, man. Obliterating it. That's why Esau calls it revelation of the method. And they like to show in their movies New York underwater, America being destroyed. Because I used to always wonder in the 90s, man, why the F do they keep showing America being destroyed? Because I remember I was in Toronto back in 1998. Right, I watched 2 movies. I watched that Jim Carrey one, where he's like living in a bubble, a glass bubble, whatever that was called. I forgot what that was called. Regardless of that one. And then I also watched Armageddon with Bruce Willis. And Armageddon. And I thought, why always movies and situated, around this, and movies like Deep Impact as well. Why are movies showing this America being destroyed? And then you wake up, years and years and years and years later, knowing that okay, this is why, because it's Door of Babylon, man. It's Rome all over again. It's Egypt all over again. Hence the reason why you got a pyramid on the dollar bill. Hence the reason why there's obelisks everywhere. Hence the reason why you got towns like Antioch, towns like Eber, or Iberia, which is basically Hebrew. Towns like Mississippi, which is basically an Egyptian word. So all these similar names from a few of our captivities combined into this one, because this is everything evil all over again. Obadiah 1:15 again. For the day of the Lord Yahweh Shemeshah is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. All right. So this is it for you Edomites and heathen nations. And you Edomites are Caucasian people, okay? You people that are called so-called white people. And that term white was given to you in 1681. Prior to that, you weren't called white people. And if you look at your complexion, you are not white. You got the complexion of a pig, okay? And a pig has more value than you. And a pig is basically an animal that eats anything. And you devils eat everything raw and disgusting and nasty, all right? Shit, hell, you kiss dogs on the mouth and let the saliva dog juice come in your mouth, man. You MFs are nasty, man. Let the dog sleep in the bed with you, fleas and shit. You guys are weird and nasty, man. Like Job, prophet, Job said, man, he won't even have you damn devils near the dogs of his flock, man, because you'll try and pop them, man. That's how nasty you Edomites are, man. And the foul ish that's showed on Twitter, with what you Edomites do with animals, man. See, they delete Jake videos of Twitter and YouTube, but they got these bestiality things happening, man, online. Tell me if I'm lying. But the Twitter and YouTube police don't fuck that up. They don't knock that off. They don't strike that off. But we showing the same information that you already stated online, but filtering it through the scriptures, Lord willing, correctly in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, but you would strike it off. All right? Like Obadiah says, man, your reward is going to come on you, man. All right? And it's coming. And you Edomites, a lot of you are getting a little inkling of it right now, with the animals and being run over, being attacked, losing your jobs, living from paycheck to paycheck, like Job, Deuteronomy 30 verse 7, I believe, where these curses, is it Deuteronomy 30 verse 7? Let me just check that one. Deuteronomy 30 verse 7. I think it's 30 verse 7. Lord willing, it's correct. Yeah. All these curses are coming on you, man. You're on fentanyl, you're on crack, you're on heroin. When Jacob's on it, you say, they're just criminal niggers, criminal spics, criminal tunnels, But now it's on you. Oh, please help us. These people, we've got mental issues. We're going through stress. Oh, we lost our land. We lost our home. I lost my yacht. Please help us. No. Like Dave Chappelle said, in one of his stand-ups, he said, you didn't care about us. I'm paraphrasing it. He didn't exactly say this. We don't care about you, because Dave Chappelle apparently lives in a town in, I think, Midwest or some cracker area where he sees that, he when he went there, he said, there's a lot of sleepy white people here because they're on fentanyl, So all these curses are coming upon you, man, and it's going to get worse for you, Esau. And there is no bright future ahead. And the best is yet not to come for you, Esau, because you've had your best. Your best was the 50s, man. That decade and a half from 1949 to maybe 1962, 63 was a fun decade. Was fun time for you, that 15 years. And the only reason you had fun was because of Jake music, Jake cars, the Cadillacs, the rims and all that kind of thing. That was all Jake innovation, created by Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians. But you put your damn faces on it. The way you dress and do your pompadours and your slick backs, that was Jake doing it with a hot comb first, and then you damn devil started doing it. trying to dress in a certain way with the leather jackets, trying to look like thugs at that time. Jake was doing that, but Jake wasn't doing it to be a thug. Jake was just doing it to look masculine and cool, wearing the leather jacket, slicking the hair back. Even though smoking is wicked, putting the cigarette behind the ear, the way Jake does it today. Like you see groups like Mobb Deep and that one, with their do-rags on, with a cigar underneath the do-rag. Even though that smoking is wicked, I'm just saying, how basically they need us, we don't need them. From every aspect of life, from music to food to every aspect of life, traffic lights, cars, clothes, everything. Jake invented, man. All right? Israelites invented. And the truth is coming out and your skirts are being lifted up. So you ain't nothing, man. But in terms of blessings, your best was that you've already had was slavery time, when you had access to all sorts of resources, women, money, food, wine, attacking Jake with mercilessly, burying Jake underneath the ground, where you see movies with people with their heads, with their bodies buried in the sand and their heads are sticking out. That's what they used to do to us. And then they would try and kick the head off to see if the head would tear off the body, man. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, man. That's why these curses are coming upon you, man, and they're going to get worse. But our best, the Israelites, is going to come, and that's forever. And we're not going to ever go into slavery again. Ever. Deuteronomy 30 verse 7 again. And the Lord thy power, Yahweh Hashem Yashar, will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So Esau, you get ready for it. All right? Start taking your steroid injections. Start benching your 405 and all that shit. Okay? Because you're going to need that strength. All right? Because you're going to be doing a lot of damn work in the kingdom, man. You won't be unemployed in the kingdom. But I tell you one thing, it won't have no benefits. Okay, even the women that we give you to procreate with are going to be looking like Roseanne Barr, man. Her ugly fat ass. Actually, they're going to be, Roseanne Barr is going to be a dime compared to what you're going to get. Anyway, Salah Kefa went all over the place. But anyway, all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Makakwadash, Kal Halalim La Yahweh, Alahayana, Bahasham, Hamashiach, Malaki, Yahushai, Bahasham, Makakwadash, Mawatha Bad Baba, Mawatha Bad Baba, Mawatha Bad Baba, Kwam Yashrala. And double honors to our apostles, elders, bishops, and teachers of Great Millstone, man, that we learn this knowledge from. And Lord willing, I can improve. And any of you other brothers out there and Israelite foreigners that grew up in different cultures, if it's your blessing to wake up and take heed, man, and try and do better. And Lord willing, we'll get better and better and better, man. Like a baby, we take baby steps, and Lord willing, the training wheels will come off and we'll get better, man. But that's up to the Lord. But the main thing is that we're praising Yahweh Hashem Yashai, man. That's the main thing. And we believe in his name. Acts 4:12. There's only one name under heaven that we must be saved. And that name is Abanoah, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai. Anyway, Shalom.